Hello YouTube, Shintigercurl here, that dude in the straw hat, bringing you yet another awesome video. It is now Wednesday, 7:48 p.m. here in Houston, Texas, so you know what that means. Time for another live reading of my all-time favorite manga, One Piece. That's right. Last time, we learned a little bit more about Momonosuke's past. We also learned that his family is responsible for the poneglyphs, and that 4 rare poneglyphs were made that would point the way to Raftel, and one so happens to belong to Big Mom. Meanwhile, Jack the Drought and his crew, feeling that they were tricked, decide to head back to Zoo and plan to kill the elephant to the country that it was on. So yeah, with that out of the way, let's get into One Piece, Chapter 820, Dog and Cat Have History. Of course, we're still going from the decks of the, of course, first I need to save this for my, for my thumbnail. So, we go back to the country that Chopper stayed on for 2 years, and the inhabitants are still living fondly with the birds, and they're happy to see that Chopper's doing well. So, anyway, get some nice fan art by, of Blackbeard and Rizzo. Nice. So, onto the story. Let's see. And recalling memories of days of the past, Neko chimes in that he knew that the Straw Hat looked familiar. And he said, Luffy said that Inarashi said the exact same thing, and he asked if they know Shanks. And Inu says that both Neko and I, for a time, rode aboard Roger's ship. Wow, nice. And Luffy's of course surprised. You two are telling me that you were once part of the pirate crew, of the Pirate King's crew? Inu says you could say that. Let's see. We rode aboard ships as Lord Odin's vassals, of course. For example, we were aboard Whitebeard's ship, the Moby Dick. Nice! Therefore, when our Lord was later scouted out by Roger, we accompanied him. And, of course, this is shocking to everyone because, well, they traveled aboard both the Moby Dick and the Gold Jackson, so, wow, that's... So, of course, in terms of how long ago it was, well, we weren't any older and not that much more important to the sort of apprentices that Shanks and Buggy were. Of course, Usopp can't keep up with all this information. And Frankie asked the two of them. Well, not Frankie. I'm sorry, I'm getting confused. Neku says that the two of them didn't accompany Rogers to Raftel, the last island of the Grand Line. And we got a scene of Usopp writing that shit down. So Neku starts to look like we're going for a flashback. All right, and wow, look at this, I'm trying to move my snowball, my microphone here, but look at that. Ino and Neku actually arm in arm. And like Usopp pointed out, they were just trying to kill each other not 10 minutes ago. Relationship in One Piece are so cool. Anyway, new places, new races, new chimes, and unseen sights, all. A sea of clouds floating in the sky. Each and every day our hearts and bodies leapt with joy, taking breaths in new adventures every day. Wow. Luffy asked Kuniman if he and the other samurai were aboard Whitebeard's ship too. And Kuniman says they remained in Wano country. Kanjuro says that they tried their best to convince Lord Odin not to go aboard a pirate ship, and that the Wano country is an isolationist country, fitting how feudal Japan was at the time. They really didn't like leaving borders or anyone coming in. Kanjuro says that leaving its borders is considered a crime, yet Lord Odin always harbored reservations regarding the laws of his own country, he was quite the maverick. Nice. This is Kunemon talking. We made our acquaintances with Whitebeard and Roger briefly when they landed at Wano. They had a sense of honor about them. I do not think of them as bad men. However, for a daimyo of the Wano country to go aboard a pirate vessel, It was at least to say unprecedented, as his retainers were, and he was cut off by Luffy. Whatever, the important thing is you all know Shanks. What about Rayleigh? Rizzo says, of course. Frankie chimes in, if you guys sail with Roger, that means you had a chance to go aboard the Royal Jackson, a ship constructed by my master, Tom. And of course they're shocked that Frankie is Puffing Tom's apprentice. Nice. All the way back to Water 7. And Brooke wants to know if they knew Dr. Crocus. For those of you who don't know, Dr. Crocus was taken aboard was taken aboard the Gold Roger. Yeah. Sorry, I'm fubbing up today. Dr. Crocus was a doctor who was taken aboard Roger's ship to treat the illness that he was suffering from that was killing him. And he's also the man who owns the lighthouse at the Twin Capes, where Brooke's old friend Laboon the Whale is currently chilling out at. He had been chilling for the last 50 years. So anyway, Nami stops him, and she asks to get something straight. She's starting to worry about their route. She looks at the log posts, and she asks because all the log posts are pointing in the same direction. We're not following them all now, are we? Let's see. We met up with Trophy and happened to get our hands on the Vivari card that led us to Zoo. Now we just come across the information regarding the royal poneglyphs. According to what Crocus at the Twin Capes told us, as long as we follow the logs, eventually all the routes will collapse into one. So I assume that's where Raftel would be. And of course Neku's like, Crocus, another nostalgic name. What's that old geezer up to these days? Nice. He's doing fine, as Luffy's talking. He was when we saw him 2 years ago. And he was always searching for that one pirate crew. And Brooke chimes in, that would be my crew. They all died. And of course they completely ignore her. Inu brings us back on track. Yes, loud and clear. If you're curious as to what lies at the end of the route that the logs lead you on, you should go see for yourself. It is indeed a route in which all three of the needles point to the same place. However, this journey that all of you are currently embarking on has made that destination redundant, if you will. Normally, you're supposed to first learn the mystery of the poneglyphs and the writings in the ancients. At the place in which all the log needles point. Ooh. Along with the civilization that birthed these stones, as well as the existence of the lost land Raftel, Roger greatly revised the course of his journey after reaching that point. Okay, interesting. Crocus, too, was a member of the Pirate King's crew, one of those who learned everything. Assuming he has no reason to hate you, I doubt he would lie to you. And he asked if Nami is the navigator, and says that she's doing a fine job. Do not worry, you have not lost your way. Continue on. And that's speaking from experience. And of course, Luffy, Usopp, and Chopper are congratulating Nami. and he's like, I don't know what's going on, but our navigator is something else. That's the navigator of the future Pirate King. And she's blushing, like, I've been aware, at least I'm doing an okay job. And of course, Neku's like, their comments that they're a lively bunch. Straw Hats are always lively. And of course, Nami starts beating the crap out of Luffy for slapping her with that stuff, because seriously, he is strong as a motherfucker. Usopp says, seriously though, you guys are all so connected with the legends. It makes my head spin. Just like back when we met Rayleigh. And Momonosuke said that he had made the acquaintance of this Roger, but he doesn't know it too well. I was quite young. And of course, they automatically call him out on that because Roger died almost 20 years ago, and Momonosuke is just a little kid, so there's no way he could have met the Pirate King. And Neku says, Lord Odin's adventures are a truly rich tale. One day we shall tell it to you in its entirety. I hope Oda actually makes a spin-off where we can see the adventures of Lord Odin. It sounds like something that'll be awesome. Now then, from now to our fight with Kaido, we have a great many things to do. And Kuriman says they can't look over any small detail. As you told you earlier, we are at the moment gathering samurai to join us in our fight in the Wano country itself. As such, there is a certain man we are trying to meet. He may be able to increase our strength considerably. They ask who? Let's see. Scroll down. Former 1st Division commander of the Whitebeard Pirates, Marco the Phoenix. Okay, that's a big name. Alright, for those of you who don't know, as Neku just said, Marco the Phoenix is the former 1st Division commander of the Whitebeard Pirates, and considered by many to be the 2nd strongest member of the crew, of that massive pirate crew, just under Whitebeard. He is an exceptional fighter. He ate a Zoan-class devil fruit that allowed him to turn into a phoenix, hence his name, Marco the Phoenix, and not like Captain Puzzle, that little piece of shit from the filler. I hate you, Captain Puzzle. But anyway, now, it should be noted that the world government does deem Marco's strength sufficient enough that if there was a pirate in the world who could take on Blackbeard as he is right now, it would definitely be Marco. So that is a big statement considering how powerful Blackbeard has become. So I can understand them wanting to get Marco to help them out in this fight. But we haven't seen Marco since Ace's funeral, and as we know, the Whitebeard Pirates have disbanded because, well, Whitebeard's dead. So anyway, they're shocked. And of course Frankie is like, that's right, you guys must be friends. Is he going to join you? But didn't he a year ago after that incident? Interesting. Inu's like, yes, don't get your hopes up. Even if we manage to find him, our chances are slim. And Luffy, of course, tries to start to remember him. He can't remember his face. Robin cleverly jogs his memory by saying he looks like a pineapple, and he automatically remembers him. They go on to say, the remnants of Whitebeard's crew, led by Marco, clashed with Teach's Blackbeard pirates in a ferocious battle. It's been a year since the Payback War, as that skirmish has come to be known. Since it ended, the captains of Whitebeard's crew have all but vanished. First time I'm hearing about this. Okay. If he still lives, I have a bit of an idea of where our friend Marco could be. And Luffy's surprised, of course, because he doesn't keep up with current events. He's surprised that Marco and the other members of his crew fought with Blackbeard. And Robin chimes in because Robin likes to keep up with current events. Both sides brought their full forces. It was quite a large-scale affair. Unfortunately, Marco suffered an overwhelming defeat. It was only after that war that Blackbeard began to be acknowledged among the names of the emperors, the yokai. And Luffy's not too happy about this because he really liked the members of the Whitebeard Pirates. He's like, damn that Whitebeard. And Usopp, of course, is like, hey, this is huge news. Where were you living under a rock? I heard that after I lost consciousness during the Summit War, the remaining Whitebeard pirates saved my life. That's true. They all rallied together to make sure that Luffy escaped that war with his life intact. So he kind of owes him a big debt. I want to see him again so I can say thank you. And Neku says, as probably you can tell, we need time for all this to be done. And of course, he says that we'll all be splitting up. We gotta make a place to meet. And Kunemon says they will meet in Wano country. We must increase our allies and begin preparations. Will you be okay going back? You're being targeted by the Shogun, aren't you? Says Luffy. I'm more worried about my comrade's safety, Kunemon. Law says with their submarine, they don't have to worry about being found out during the voyage. All that remains is securing a safe haven on the island itself. Neku says that he will leave his underlings in search of Marco, and they will meet in Wano country, and they will each take a Vivari card for Kunemon. And as they head back to the rest of the minks, Raizo is greeted by the battered and bruised but very, very happy faces of the minks. They were so glad that he is unharmed. And they were sorry for having to keep him locked up, because if he knew the shit that was going down, he would have jumped in. And they're going to hold a feast to celebrate Raizo's health, the reconciliation of their two rulers, and the safe reunion of the Kozuki family. And Raizo says, "You damn minx, every last one of you, ninja art. I love you, no jutsu." And Luffy, of course, is happy because they're having a banquet, but Nami's like, they're not having a banquet. They gotta set sail. Are you okay with Sanji's situation left up in the air? And she squishes him between her breasts. Not that that kind of shit would affect him. So she says that she wants to come with Luffy to get Sanji back, and she can't help but feel responsible for what happened. Plus, are you telling me you can sail the ocean without a navigator? And of course, Luffy agrees, because contrary to what people say, Luffy is not stupid. He is simple. And at least he's not stupid enough to know that he cannot navigate the seas of the New World without a navigator. He knows this, so he's not stupid. Chopper says he's coming along because Pecoms, who's leading the way, is still pretty fucked up. And he agrees. And Brook offers to come with him because everybody will need some music if they feel depressed. Luffy agrees, but Nami's like, nah, we don't need him. And he says, how rude, excluding your own crew members. I also saw Sanji being taken away with my very own eyes. No skull joke. So he'll be taking them with him. He'll tell Kuman that he's taking those guys with him. Kuman says that if anyone stops a man off to save if anyone could stop a man off to save his friends. In fact, if circumstances were not the way they were, I'd have gladly gone with you. I am indebted to Sanji, after all. My apologies. And so, let's see. The whole quiet infiltration plan is looking a bit unlikely now. If things go south, you all better double time it out of there. Of course, they're telling him to get Sanji back for him. Robin tells Luffy if he happened to come across a poneglyph, could he copy it for her, because she's the only one in the world who could read it. She wants to take a look at the poneglyph that Kaido's got in Wano. Suddenly, some shit's going down. Uh-oh. Massive earth, the whole island is shaking. And apparently, according to Neku, Zunisha is crying, the elephant that they're on. And the quakes and the whole island is shaking. But Luffy says he hears a voice. And we come to the end of One Piece, and also we gotta take a week off. A week without One Piece again. I hate this, but at the same time I can respect it because Oda needs time to create. So, yeah. So anyway, that was the newest chapter of One Piece. What did we learn? We learned a little bit more detail about the connections between Lord Odin with the pirate with Gold Roger's crew. We also learned of their plans and of some more secrets to the identity of Raftel. We learned that the samurais of Wano country and the Minks are looking to ally themselves with Marco the Phoenix. But we also learned that a year after the Paramount War, another major battle took place called the Payback War, pitting the remaining members of the Whitebeard Pirates against the Blackbeard Pirates, which resulted in their complete defeat and resulting in Blackbeard's rise as an emperor. Plus, we also learned that the crew begins to split up, and the elephant that the country rides on is under attack. So we're gonna have to wait 2 more weeks before we get any resolution to this shit. So yeah, that's my video. You like what you see? Link, comment, subscribe below. Got any questions, comments, or just want to talk about the events of this here chapter? Leave below, I'll get back to you. Supporting the channel is easy. Tip jar is in the corner, and Patreon is in the description. Look me up on Twitter, #CaptainLuffy. So, until next time, or until 2 weeks from now, it's been Shintigercurl, that dude in the straw hat, saying good day. And whose voice was that?